Hey my loves, welcome to my internet home. My name is Tesh, and today we're going to do a quick uncrossing spell with a taper candle. So what I'd like for you to do is make sure you get the purple taper candle for yourself, okay? Make sure it's purple. If you don't have purple, then get a white candle, okay? And what we're going to do first is cleanse everything we're using. Now you can cleanse it with smoke, you can cleanse it with some Florida water, which I'm just going to put a little bit of Florida water on my hands and also spray it over everything quickly. But I want to get some Florida water on my hands, cleanse my hands, cleanse the marker I'm using in my candle. This is my petition paper, brown paper bag, and my plate. Get a little Florida water on the plate too. And what I'm doing right now is just meditating and blessing the plate with my energy, okay? So the next thing we want to do is activate the charcoal so that we can use our frankincense to bless this spell. You can use dragon's blood, which I prefer, but I'm going to use the dragon's blood incense because I can't find the dragon's blood right now. But I do have frankincense. And what the frankincense is going to do is bless my spell, bless my items. Just put a couple of them on there. I put more than a couple. I put like 8. It's too much. But here we go. And I'm blessing the plate. I'm blessing all the items that I'm using. I'm using rosemary, anise-seed, sea salt, lemongrass, olive oil, 5-finger grass, bay leaves, some blessed thistle. Oh, this is mugwort. Mugwort is very fluffy. Hyssop, and the blessed thistle. All right. So now that I have that going and the ambiance set for our uncrossing, we're going to go ahead and start preparing our candle. So on your candle, I would like for you to write uncrossing. With a sharp object. This is a barbecue skewer that my kids had broken and I just took it to use it for my spell work. But you can use a pen as long as it has a sharp, edge. And then under the uncrossing, you'll write your name. And your birthday. Okay, and if you have room, you can write remove blocks in cursive and curses. Now, while you're writing that, make sure that the bottom of the candle is facing you. We're removing blocks, so we're going to write up the candle. If I was trying to attract something, then I will hold the wick towards me and write down the candle. But because I'm trying to remove blocks and uncross my path, we're going to use the back of the candle and write going up the candle, okay? All right, and if you know how to write in cursive, that will be even better, but not everybody has that skill. They don't teach that in school anymore. All righty, now on our petition paper, we're going to take our petition brown paper bag, and this is what you should be using to write your petition on. And you want to tear your edges, so you don't want to have the edges from the paper. You want to give yourself your own edges. All right. Petition. Okay. I'm using a purple Sharpie. Y'all can use a black Sharpie, something like a black marker. You don't really want to use a pen. This is when you're doing uncrossing spells, you want to be deliberate. Use a permanent marker, a marker that's going to really stand out. And I'm using purple because purple is good for uncrossing. Okay. And on your paper, you want to put, my path is clear. Okay. My path is clear. Nothing is blocking me. Simple, okay? Or you can simply just write remove blocks, remove curse. You can write that. Remove curses. If you feel like you have a curse on you or if anything is blocking, I suggest you doing, if you're a witch, you want to just be consistent with your uncrossings and your block bustings and stuff like that, just to keep your path open, all right? When you are, after you write whatever you're doing 3 times, I shouldn't have wrote 3 different things, but you're going to write yours, 3 times. Remove curse, remove curse, remove curse, or remove block, remove block, remove block. Write that 3 times. I just was trying to give you some suggestions on what you can write. Then you want to turn to counterclockwise. So turn to the left. So you wrote your petition down. Turn it to the left where the corner, you're having that corner of the page facing you. And we're going counterclockwise again, okay? And then you're going to write your name. And your birthday. All right. Now that we have the petition written, we want to fold this. Well, I like to leave my petitions open when I'm doing spell work because I want my spirit guides to be able to read it. But if you want to fold yours, you are more than welcome to do so. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put my petition right next to the plate and we're going to go ahead and start preparing our candle. With your candle, you want to start off with either some uncrossing oil. I'm going to use olive oil just for the sake of the video, just to show you that you can use olive oil for any spell. While you're using your olive oil, you want to pull away from you. You're removing blocks, removing curse, and turn counterclockwise. I'm removing blocks. Removing curse from my path, removing blocks from my love life, removing any blocks that could be blocking me in love, removing any subconscious blocks that could be blocking me. And you want to be removing blocks and removing anything that's holding you back, okay? And you're pulling away from you. When you're doing attraction work, you want to pull towards you. When you're doing removing things, you want to pull away from you. Even if you were to fold up your petition, you will fold it away from you, turn it counterclockwise, fold it away from you, and turn it counterclockwise again. But because this is a small candle and the petition will not just, it's not just going to work that way and stay folded under this small candle. It's going to, but you can definitely do that and seal the petition. You can do that as well. It's up to you. It's really, you're the witch. I'm just giving you different tools and ways you can do your craft, just to show you that it doesn't have to be extremely cookie cutter. Now, there are certain things that you need, like in an uncrossing, you definitely need hyssop, mugwort, but bless, thistle, salt. You need those things. Anise seed, those things are very much necessary in an uncrossing spell. But certain things you can change up. Like with your petition, you can choose to leave it open or fold it. You know, those small things. But or you can add extra things like the dragon's blood and the frankincense to bless things. Those are things you can add. I could have used sage to cleanse and bless everything, or I could have smoked the blunt and cleansed and blessed everything. It's up to you on how you feel, okay? All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and get my mortar and pestle out. And I'm going to start off with some 5-finger grass. And 5-finger grass is going to bring success to this spell. I'm going to add just a little bit. I don't need that whole bushel that I was picked up. Okay, success to the spell. It's already a little broken down. I'm just going to give it a little stir. And with uncrossings, you want to be going counterclockwise with your mixing, okay? Out of that corner. All right. Counterclockwise, my love. We're going to add some anise seed, just a tad bit. And again, go counterclockwise. I like to shake it up because the herbs will go to the corners, and especially the blessed thistle and hyssop, they will stick to the corners because they're so fluffy. 5-finger grass, the same thing. So fluffy. I have some rosemary. I love rosemary. So the anise seed is to speed the spell up. It adds heat, it brings fire, and it brings speed. So it brings quickness. And the fact that we're using the small taper candle also brings speed to the spell. So if you were using a big candle, oopsie, if you were using a large candle, then I will say that that will take longer. But with this spell here, I am in love with Corey. It's a shame. It's a shame. A man that I don't even understand it. I don't understand it. But anyway. Okay. Because he didn't show me anything that deserved my love. So move on, Tasandra. Move on. Okay. So anise seed brings speed and heat and fire to the spell. So it makes it amplify. And when you're using a small candle like this also brings the speed to the spell. If you are using a 7-day candle, then that spell will take up to like a month, sometimes even 6 months. And you'll have to, again, because it's an uncrossing, you want to repeat uncrossings. You don't just want to do a one and done. When you're a witch or when you're doing spell work, it's more than just that one and done. And I think that's the misunderstanding with spell work, is you think that you can just burn this candle and the curse is removed, and that's not the case. While you're making this, you might want to add a little extra ingredients to your stuff to make yourself a bath to go with this spell. And I'll show you guys how to make a simple uncrossing bath, or I will link the uncrossing bath video that I do have already up on my channel. I'll link that to this video so y'all can see how to do your uncrossing bath, okay? All right, rosemary. Now, rosemary for me is just a staple in every spell. I'm not even gonna lie. I put rosemary in everything. And it's because it brings success, abundance. It brings a bunch of good things. And it also can be used for protection. It could be used to just do a number of things. But in the uncrossing spell is to bring success, like the 5-finger grass brings success to the spell, okay? The lemongrass brings also a higher vibration. Is to lift the vibration, lift your vibration, because the uncrossings are kind of low vibrational. You're dealing with low vibrational energies when you're doing uncrossings. So you want to now start lifting your vibration. The best way to stay out of, the best way to protect yourself from a curse is to vibrate high. It's to just be happy. Be happy. Be around happy people. Do happy things and keep it pushing. Like don't weather. Don't be weary. Keep it pushing and do your thing. All right, so we have some bay leaves. I'm going to break this up in here. And bay leaves is also for success and healing. Okay, so it brings healing, it brings success to the spell. And bay leaves is another great herb that you can put in any spell, and it will just amplify that spell and bring happiness and success. When I start a Crown of Success spell, I started off with a bay leaf. My Crown of Success spells, I start them off with a bay leaf. Period. And that's a great little witchy tip to know that you're adding success and happiness. I didn't need that whole bay leaf. I could have used a quarter of it, but it's in here because I was running my mouth. Okay. Now you can add some sea salt. Sea salt is for cleansing. Okay. Put a nice little amount of sea salt in there. Not a lot, but you want a little sprinkle, maybe a 1/10 of a teaspoon. Help all of that break down together. Again, mix counterclockwise. That smells great. I think it's the lemongrass that adds the kick, but it's all of them because it's the rosemary, it's everything. I have some blessed thistle. Now the blessed thistle is for healing. Just a little sprinkle. It's for healing. It removes curses. It's for healing. It brings faith. It brings protection. Blessed thistle is just a great addition to an uncrossing. So if you need some blessed thistle, I can part with some. Of course, you see I have a lot, so I can part with some. I think I'm gonna open up a herb shop because I have a lot of herbs. So I need to just be selling herbs. But yes, blessed thistle is just a great herb to use to bring faith and clear karma, clear curses, and bring healing to any spell that you're doing. Hyssop. Hyssop is necessary in uncrossing, okay? You want to drop a little bit, a little sprinkle. And what the hyssop does is it removes your karma. So the hyssop cleanses, it removes curses, it removes hexes, but it also specifically cleanses your karma. So if you did anything specifically that brought this on, okay, the hyssop will help cleanse your karma so that you're not suffering too much in this ordeal, or it will just remove that karma so you don't have to feel the repercussions. Now, if you did something extremely tragic, hyssop ain't gonna help. But if it's something minor that a person is just coming back at you and you're like, okay, I'm ready to move on, and I'm ready to move on from this path, and I've learned my lessons, then you want to do this, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of mugwort. Now, mugwort is good for healing also. It's good for removing curses, removing hexes, removing blocks, removing anything that could be just hindering you. It's great for just removing any negative energy that is blocking you, any energy at all that's holding you back subconsciously in the ethers and in 3D. Okay, so you need all the last 3 herbs are a necessity in an uncrossing. There's no going around it. Now what I'm doing is just mixing that up. It smells so good, guys. Put the herbs in your hand. Yay. There we go. All right, now we're going to take the candle and you're going to roll it counterclockwise in the herbs, covering the whole candle, of course. And what I like to do is kind of squeeze it in my hands just to make sure that I'm putting my energy into this spell. And then I will take the herbs, put them on the plate if you want to. You can just do it the one way by putting it on the plate. But I like to have my energy go into this uncrossing first because it's uncrossing me or uncrossing, whomever I'm doing the spell for. And then I will take the herbs and press the candle into them, which is awesome. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and place this baby in the center. And what you'll do is you'll light the bottom of the candle. Do about 3 or 4 drops. Okay. And you will place your baby right in the center. Hold her there for a couple seconds and let her dry. Okay. Then you can just take your herbs. Make sure you spread it around real nice and have her there. Now you can take your petition and you can put it right on the side of the plate, inside or on the outside. I'm going to put mine in. All right. Oh, there we go. So you can put your petition right in. I'm going to put mine in. Have it sitting right there. And then I'm going to take a dragon's blood incense. If you have an uncrossing incense or something that deals with removing blocks and removing karma, you need something like that. Something that's going to amplify this. If you have moldavite, something like that, okay? But I'm going to use dragon's blood because dragon's blood is awesome for amplifying spells. So we're going to go in a counterclockwise circle and we're going to focus on removing block, removing a curse, removing whatever it is, subconscious blocks, love blocks, money blocks, business blocks, production blocks, any type of block that you're having, remove them. And you want to stay focused on that. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Let's remove this block. Remove this block. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's remove any block subconscious. Now, once you do this for about a minute to 5 minutes, however long you want to meditate on your spell, you want to go ahead and meditate again. So you'll put your hands on each side of your candle and you'll put your energy again into this and you'll meditate and focus on removing the blocks. Just imagine doors opening freely. You're just walking through them, walking through the path. Nothing is holding you back. You're just receiving all that is meant for you to receive. Thank you so much. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. All right, my loves. So now that you've done your uncrossing, at this point, I would love for you guys to make a bath to go with this spell. And what you can do is light this candle next to your bath. And while you're taking your uncrossing bath, soaking, and this candle is lit next to you, you can read Psalms 37 and Psalms 51 3 times, okay? Read them 3 times while you're soaking in the uncrossing bath. And that will, my love, remove curses, remove blocks. Now, other than that, and I would like for you to do that more than once. If you actually have a curse on you, then you'll need to do this spell more than once. You'll need to do that process. If you have a real curse on you, you'll need to do that process more than once. And if you want to know if you have a curse on you, check out link a video. We'll give you some little tips to let you know how you can find out if you have a curse on you, okay? Other than that, most likely it's just your Saturn return, and you'll have to just go through the fire. And that's just it. All right. So That's it, my loves, your uncrossing spell. If you would like to get any more witchy tips or just learn how to do magic, I have a witches school. It's at patreon.com/insight by Tesh. Please check it out. It is so cute, and I'm showing you all types of spells like this and bigger, of course. These are like the beginner spells, and then, you know, you can learn more and more and more as much as you want to. All right, my loves, I love you, and I will holler at y'all on the next one. Bye, babies.